I'm Dave Ash. I work with Year 6 and the Maths lead at Scholastica School in Clapton, and we've been using Learning by Questions since about October 2017. I was teaching the Year 6 class, trying to get them ready for assessments and for life in general. I found that they weren't very independent and they were struggling to access problems without being broken down by a teacher. So I was looking for something to help with that, and one of my colleagues at the Hackney Learning Trust suggested Learning by Questions, because not only does it give them lots of opportunities to problem solve, but it gives them feedback immediately for each child to help them progress with the problem and figure it out. I got in contact with Pat May saying we were interested in the programme. Within a few weeks he came into school to deliver training to myself, my colleague and 2 other schools. We had our own iPads to use, so it was a very quick setup, and I had it running in class within 2 days of the training.
First, the teachers, they set up what we're going to do, and so we have to scan the barcode on the screen, or we have to type in the code, and then we write our name, and then we have to get started doing our work.
And then if we're focusing on multiplying, so then we're gonna focus on multiplying, and then we just do questions on multiplying, and if we get stuck we ask our teacher. But also if we get it wrong, then we have it has some feedback, it gives us feedback about how to do it, and it tells us how to we can improve our answers.
The system gives us lots of different questions, really easy to use in class. I can find a topic within probably about 30 seconds and start it with my class, and it provides really good assessment of what I've taught that week, or sometimes I use it for pre-teaching, pre-assessment, and one of my favourite things about it is it gives the children individual feedback at the time. I don't have to stop 30 children, they get feedback on their device and they're able to then move forward with the question. When a child starts the task, they are given 10 questions just to see if they understand first of all, and then if they get 7 out of those 10 correct, they can move on to fluency, where they practice a skill. They then move on to problem solving and finally reasoning, which is really, really high level stuff. The stuff they're given in Year 6, I'm so impressed that they can actually access it.
After we get our iPads and we start doing the questions, we try and do the questions. There's this little whiteboard we could use to work them out, and if we don't get them right, it turns orange. We may lose some points, but they give us feedback on what we're supposed to do and what we should work out.
When the children are answering questions, I have a screen which has a list of names and tells me if they're getting the questions right, wrong, or if they need a few attempts. So I can monitor how well children are doing, check in on certain kids if they clearly need a bit of help. Furthermore, some of the children sometimes put their hand up and say, don't know how to answer this question, so I can display it on the screen straight away, go through a lot of different ideas, and one of the things I've noticed, a bit embarrassingly, I sometimes get the answer wrong, but that's kind of empowered the children because they can see their teacher, who is supposed to be an expert, is getting the questions wrong as well, so they feel a bit more comfortable with doing that and finding solutions. As a Year 6 teacher, I am spending a little bit of time at the moment revising. It's making that really, really quick to give them a variety of questions, phrased in different ways that I can literally access within 30 seconds. It's also freeing up the marking of that because I get instant feedback in class. So not only is that saving me time in the evening, but it means I can do something about it at the time when the children are getting it right or wrong, rather than realising, coming to it the next day, and then they've forgotten anyway.
If multiple people are stuck on a question, then we do it on the whiteboard. It has a big screen, and then they just write down the questions and they help us solve it. And if we individually, if we have a problem, then there's this little place where you could do your working out, and they will help you do the working out, and they will help it seem easier to you, because the wording on the iPad might be a bit too difficult, and then they just break it down for you.
My name's Nick, and I'm the assistant head teacher at St Scholastica's primary school. The training day was very good. We had one of the Learning by Questions trainers come in to speak to us. He talked us through all the different elements of the Learning by Questions and gave us some practical examples of how to use it. The product was very easy to use after that. Because of the training, everything we need to know, we practiced it in the training. And then when it came to actually using it in the classroom, it was very, very easy to pick up. There was a few things you kind of forget, but then we had other teachers there. We could email the Learning by Questions people, so then we picked it up again, and it was very easy to learn. I think it saves a lot of time for marking. It gives you a lot of information on what the children can and can't do. When you're actually going through the programs, you come across a lot of different maybe words they don't understand, and it really is an effective assessment tool.
Instead of us using like papers and pens all the time, we get to experience it on tablets, which makes life easier for us, because every day we have to like pick up a pen and a pencil, paper and a pencil. Like, it's really boring. But when we use the tablets, it's easier and it's more fun.
Hopefully within my school I'm going to roll it out to the other class teachers and recommend it to my friends who are teachers. I'm using it for maths at the moment, but I'm really keen to see how it works with the grammar elements and with the literary curriculum as well. And I hear they're doing some great stuff with the different subjects with humanities, so it'd be really interesting to see where we go from there. I found that it's helped me save time in my marking, in my planning. Probably the best thing is that I can intervene straight away and help the children do their best. So I would advise it to any primary school. I believe they're in secondary as well, and I'm sure my kids would as well. They absolutely love it.